Me and Drizzy are going to chop it up on a real one today. And the topic of discussion is the Nolan Wells mystery. Let's just, we're going to discuss one of the biggest and most emotional stories in America right now. An 18-year-old college football player goes to celebrate the 4th of July with his friends. He never comes home. 2 days later, he is found unalive on an island. Since then, the internet has exploded with theories, accusations, racial debate, questions about the investigation, and demands for justice. What do we actually know, and what are people simply assuming? Now, let's get into it. Who is Nolan Wells? 18-year-old Mississippi native, talented football player, recently graduated from high school, was preparing for college football. Friends and family describe him as respectful, ambitious, and well-liked. Unlike many true crime stories, Nolan wasn't known for trouble. Everything publicly known suggests it was a normal teenager enjoying Independence Day with his friends. So what happened? If you were living under a rock, on the 4th of July, Nolan traveled by boat with his two friends.
It's important to mention the color palette of the two friends.
Warren Henderson and Tristan Shepard, among others, to Horn Island, Mississippi. Horn Island is around 10 minutes, about 10 miles offshore, only accessible by boat, no roads, no permanent residents. Thousands of young people reportedly gather there for July 4th parties. During the afternoon, everyone is partying. Photos and videos show Nolan smiling. Nothing appears unusual. Later, the group prepares to leave. According to investigators, Nolan did not leave with his people he arrived with. Authorities say friends told Nolan to choose to remain. Authorities say friends told them that Nolan chose to remain behind when they were asked for him to get on a boat. That evening, Nolan never comes home. His parents report him missing. The Coast Guard, Sheriff Office, Marine Agency, search and rescue volunteers begin searching Hall Island and the surrounding waters. 2 days later, a National Park Service ranger discovers Nolan's body near Hall Island. The investigators immediately begin. At first, authorities publicly said they had no evidence of foul play, but continued investigating. So the county sheriff department, led by Sheriff John Ledbetter, off the rip said there was no evidence of foul play. Why? Why has this become national news? Normally, a drowning investigation wouldn't dominate the national headlines, but in this case, it exploded because of factors, what you just alluded to, Freckles. Nolan was black. Most of his friends he traveled with were white. Because it happened in Mississippi, a state where painful racial history is rife, many immediate questions whether race played a role were at hand. Civil rights organizations became involved, the NAACP and the National Action Network, led by Al Sharpton. Attorney Ben Crump now represents the family. Now, why was he left? What has been reported, the central issue is that Nolan did not return from Horn Island with the same group he arrived with, according to statements attributed to friends. The group boat developed problems and were trying to leave the island. Nolan remained behind instead of leaving with them. The explanation gave by friends is that Nolan believed he had another way back to the mainland. Some accounts say that he was planning to leave later with other people in the group. Now, the question people are asking is, why would an 18-year-old remain alone on a remote island after his friends leave? This is the part many people struggle to understand. Questions: did Nolan truly choose to stay? Did he understand that the people he was expected to leave with were actually leaving? Were there confusion because of chaos on the boat situation, did anyone make sure Nolan had a confirmed ride home? The question isn't just why Nolan stayed. The question is whether everyone understood the situation in the same way at that moment. Freckles, so far, what jumps out to you?
First of all, condolences to the Wells family.
Facts.
And his close friends, and obviously the school that he attended to, where he was it just sounded like a brother was just another one of those athletic dons that just wanted to play American football and
Right.
make it in the NFL and be able to support their family on a wider scale.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we're getting too many of these type of stories where a young black male. I'm not saying it's exclusive just to black males. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's becoming too commonplace for
Mm-hmm.
this to be the narrative and the story that we keep hearing.
Mm.
And you know, and I'm sure you can relate to this. Like, man them are man them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man them will move heaven and earth for you if you're man them. Man them
Right.
don't leave man them behind.
That's right.
Man them will if they realize something might be popping off tonight with a certain female, they'll be like, yo, man them, here's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Man them know their plans. And man them will, all right, cool. Well, yo, if you're gonna leave the party early, cool. Just let man know when you reach to your next spot, innit? So we know where
That's
you're
right.
at.
Yep.
Um, so like they say it's really important to choose your friends wisely. And again, if all three of them, the three gentlemen that you mentioned, including Nolan, had their own personalized boats, and they all clicked up together and said, "Yo, let's meet up at like midday, 1 o'clock, and then let's all go over to Horn Island." First of all, Horn Island, I feel
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
in the
Yeah, yeah,
name,
yeah.
you're kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it might be false advertising, but it is what it is.
yeah.
So if they all clicked up and go, yo, let's meet up, let's take our personalized boats, because I emphasize the personalized boats, as in our own boats, individual boats. I emphasize that because this is important to where I'm going with this. And then we
Yep.
get to Horn Island and we're having a good time, yada yada yada. Everything's cool. The minutes turn into hours, to the point where sunset's kicking in. A new wave of party vibes is kicking in now.
Yep.
If Nolan says, "I yo," Van Damme said, "Yo, we're rolling now, Nolan. Let's roll." And Nolan goes, "Yo, I think I might chill." Two things would happen. Mandem would be like, "All right, well, we're chilling then, and then when you're ready to roll, we'll roll, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Or Mandem will be like, "All right, well, we all came here on our own separate boats, so therefore you don't need one of us to chill with you in order to go back. However, we will let you know when we reach back to where we park up the boats, and then you need to keep us in constant dialogue. Whether it's just a WhatsApp message in the man them group chat, because all man them have a group chat, or just
Mm-hmm.
let man know how the night's going, and then obviously if you're rolling back, just let man know you reach back to the crib one piece. That's just how it goes, bro. That's just how it
Yep.
goes in normal
Of
setting, a
course.
normal circle of man them. Man them do not leave a man down when there's only one form of transportation to get to and from our
That's
destination.
that's right.
And we don't leave it by chance that, oh yeah, well, he'll make it back. It don't work like that. Man them don't do them thing then. If you got
No.
people in your circle that are willing to desert you to go get gal or money or whatever like that, that's not man them. That's just an associate you have that knows you to be able to call your phone and probably hangs out with you. That's not man
Yeah.
them. 'Cause man them don't leave. No
Yeah.
soldier gets left behind in it.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Of
So
course.
that's all I'm saying. And I just find it's just too much of a regular occurrence. We keep hearing about these young brothers who miraculously go one way and they never come back. They never come
What I
back.
what I don't want to do today is make any accusations towards anybody because I feel there is more information on a day-to-day
Absolutely.
basis coming along.
Absolutely.
So I feel like what's done in the dark will eventually come to light. Now, since the story broke, so many things have come to light. Finding his body, head face down, abrasions on the back of his neck. Autopsy showed something to do with his throat. And they had an independent autopsy, so they obviously wanted to,
of course,
do their own due diligence, and figure things out for themselves and get another opinion on what they felt that happened. And that is an ongoing case. Also, the fact that the boys had his mobile phone. So they say that they left him on the island, but they had his mobile phone. And they spoke to his mum. Why have they got his mobile phone, bro?
Heights.
Why they got his phone?
Heights. There's certain things you could tell us, man, them, you and I might ponder or contemplate. Right, that might actually make sense, you know? Like, brother, nobody, again, if we all traveled on one form of transportation and we've left you behind, why on God's green earth are we taking the one thing you can communicate with away from you? Please tell me. You're acting like you're with the story that they're preaching to us is, oh, well, Nolan forgot his girlfriend was there as well. And his girlfriend was there, and those two were together. And Nolan was like, hey, guys, take my phone because it's practically dead. Take it back to mine, charge it, and then, I'll pick it up when I get back home. I'm with my girl. Her phone's fully charged. Her phone is cool. If I need to communicate with you guys, it's all right. Like, you guys are my emergency contacts outside of family, and she's got your contact number, so I'll contact you guys and let you know how we're doing. But it's cool. Brother, don't read foolishness to me and expect me to read like a fool, bro. Don't disrespect my intelligence, please. I beg you. You know what, bro? I prefer if you, man, just say we got shook at what we saw. Yada 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 yada. But again, it's only dark so many hours in the night. You know, the sun always has to come up and share the light across the land. It's okay. It's okay.
So why I called it a mystery as well, why I call this segment a mystery is because there's things that's happening in that specific area that makes me feel that suspicious. One,
I don't know, brother. I don't know why you're doing a dance of verses like it's Chris Brown and Usher, bro.
No, because
we're not alleged or accusing anyone of anything. Because we only have so much information. But let's not tap dance like we're Fred Astaire around here, bro.
So the sheriff, so the town sheriff said there's no foul play. How can you tell people or the audience, the people that want to know information that there's no foul play before they've investigated the situation? Brother, so that's one. Location. Two. Location. Two. Three. Wyatt Head Hudson. His mother is a court judge in that area.
Hey, here we go.
And she's put out several statements that you can find online, and the statements are very one-sided and, in my opinion, created to distract the real questions that we need to know. And then thirdly, we have this information that come out 3 days ago. Check this out.
An Xavier Wells update, and Gianetta Brantley has done God's work, and she has separated the audio from the emergency call. And just a trigger warning, you guys, this could be the incriminating evidence we've been looking for. Listen to this.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
So what you can hear in the background is basically, it's not a 911 call. It's, according to Mississippi officials, it's a call that was made approximately at 4 p.m. on the 4th of July from one of the boats to the Sea Tow, a private marine towing service company, because the boat was reportedly taking on water and experiencing something to do with the pump, a problem with the pump. Officials have said that the Coast Guard did not need to respond because it was handled as a towing issue. But then when you listen to the recording, it's very difficult to work out what was being said. But what's been happening lately is that the internet gets involved. And you know, the internet, when they get involved, they do their investigation, and they took a lot of the background noise out, well, the foreground noise out, and enhanced the background noise. And what you can hear is, can we cover it up? You killed him. Is he already dead? Nolan, oh my God. Nolan, wake up. And then you start to hear at the end where Warren is speaking to the dispatcher. Now, again, I'll preface that with, this is not officially evidence that has gone into the system, into the case. But I'm sure whoever knows what's going on will check this audio out and see if it's credible or not. But this is leaked out online. Well, it's been put out online officially, but not that. The part that I played to you is not the part that has officially come out. It's the part, basically, like when you ring up a call center and you hear the music in the background, but they're already recording you, right? But you haven't actually spoken to the customer service advisor. So what was happening in the background is all what you heard on the audio. Now, if this is true, because we're saying if this is true, Nolan did get on the boat. He was on the boat with his so-called friends, which is different to the story that was told that he was left on the island. Now, if it comes out that that is true, then we've got people covering things up, and again, I don't want to jump to conclusions in terms of blaming anybody, because I think you alluded to it, maybe an accident happened and they just panicked. Maybe he fell off the boat. Maybe they were all drinking and something happened, and an altercation on the boat happened, and I don't know. But the fact remains is we have somebody who's now not here, and we have witnesses who are corroborating, and their corroborating details don't line up and don't match up. And that's why the internet now is getting involved in the situation to find out what's really going on. By the way, the parents haven't accused anybody. Now you've got people online already attacking the parents, saying, oh, you don't like black people, and you're blaming the white people, and you're advocating for these kids to go to jail, but you don't know what's happening. There's not one report from either Nolan's mum or dad where they have attacked or addressed or accused anybody who went with Nolan on that day. All they want to know is what happened to their son. They are grieving. Anybody with a son, anybody with children, anybody with nephew or nieces, or people who are close to them in a family would want to know what's going on. And you've got the tap dancing Donny, Officer Tatum, who went over there. Bro, do you see these guys? Yeah, this quickly, Officer Tatum, yeah, bun him up, because he's already going over there fighting for the cause in terms of, oh, this is not a race thing. This is not about race. This is not about white people. Caping already, bruv, Fred Astaire. Officer Tatum, aka Fred Astaire, is tap dancing right now over there. And I'm just like, why can't we just as people, as humanitarians, as people who are interested in this story that want to help as far as possible? We're in the UK and we just want to be able to go, you know what? We need answers. Like, more importantly, his parents need answers, but we all need answers because something's not adding up, bruv.
You know, you don't have to speak on something if it's not a thing. Like,
Yeah.
if someone questions your, okay, let's just keep it layman terms. If someone's going out there screaming Heights is a Manchester United fan,
Yeah.
you know that's not what it is. You know you're a Liverpool fan. You're not going to waste your time to defend yourself. Why? What that person's saying is lies.
That's right.
Why
That's
am I
right.
going to defend it? If I defend myself, I'm giving more fuel to the fire in regards to what he's saying. Now, for you to just jump out the window and make it a race thing, which, funny enough, whenever the shoe's on the other foot, it's always quick to call it a race thing.
Of course.
We just want to know the truth.
We just want to know the truth.
18 years old. He's lived on Earth for 18 years. He's just getting started in this thing called life. 18 years old.
Yep.
And his life was taken away from him. He didn't ask to do it. He didn't willingly go and do anything. Like, you know, we hear about
good kid, good kid,
because of the playing American football, the stress of trying to succeed might have got to him. He might have willingly done something himself. That's not the case here.
Yep.
This kid went to an event with two associates. I'm not calling him his friends because I'm not here to tap dance, man. I'm just withholding back what I really want to say. But he went on this boat with two associates.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, the two that are the same hue and different hue to him are the ones that made it back. But for some reason, the black brother is the one that got left behind. All right, cool, man. Well, you know what, sir? Officer Fred Astaire, it's cool. The truth will come to the light. And for those of you that are saying, oh, yeah, well, you lot just want them to take those Caucasian kids and put them in jail, yada, yada, yada. Hey, man, I don't want anyone to go to jail unless you've committed a crime. If you're innocent, I don't want you to go to jail. Why should you go to jail if you're innocent? Mm-hmm. If you're guilty, I need you to be as loud as you are now, claiming that people are rooting and putting pressure on these Caucasian kids to go to jail. I need that same exact energy. No, I need it even louder and stronger of going, well, they're the M word, so therefore they need to do the time. That's all. I don't care. But I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't know what's going on, bro.
As soon as this situation happened and he went missing, the kids came home and lawyered up, and they got their lawyers straight away. What's that all about?
If you're innocent, you don't.
Why do you need lawyers? Why do you need lawyers if you?
Bro, yo,
if I haven't done nothing, if I haven't done nothing wrong, why do I need lawyers, bro?
Because you got to make sure your back is covered, your alibi's intact. Them some man, they're probably on their way back, getting their alibi straight.
Of course they were.
Oh, and you geniuses that are smarter than Albert Einstein, why do you think it made sense to leave the island with that one person's personal belongings, which is their phone? What made you think to do that, geniuses? What made just to be any better light?
Geniuses, what makes you think that it was the idea that we left him on the island? Of course you're going to say you left him on the island because you want to distance yourself from the situation as quickly as possible. He didn't come back with us. But as I said, if that audio is true and that he was on the boat when he passed, it's peak for them. They're gonna get lighted up. You had that what's his name, Warren Donny, interviewing him, and he didn't even look remorseful. Like if you've lost a so-called friend or brother, you'd be sitting there in bits like, raw, my brethren. I heard that he ain't even been to Nolan's yard ever, and
Hey,
he's never even been
Heights.
to. Brother, how you how you supposed to be? How you supposed to be brethren and you've never been to his yard, bro?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I told you, there's a difference between associates and man, them, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Heights, as the Lord as my witness. You see, when I become a father, you see, when I become a father 2 or 3 times. Listen, bro, I'm just a public service announcement, man. If you see my child and my children, just don't have no foul, bad intentions towards them, man. Because you see me, I'm scared of jail, man. I promise you,
Bro,
I'm so scared of
brother,
jail. I'll take a
brother.
3-hour journey to get to my destination if it means leaving a shortcut that could potentially get me to jail. I'm so scared of jail, bro. I like my natural source shower gel, bro. I like my L'Oreal facial kits. I got my routine, bro. I'm scared of I'm not built for jail, but the Lord is my witness. Any one of you motherfuckers that ever did anything to one of my kids, I am not waiting for police to convict you, find you, and find the evidence to do nothing, bro. I'm going around your house myself on a humble one. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, no. Oh, yes, we're so sorry, Dre, about your child. And do you want to come in and say, yeah, sure. Oh, where is Warren? Oh, he's upstairs. Okay, no problem. Do you mind if I use the bathroom? Is that okay? Cool. Brother, I am using a pillow. Bro, I've watched too many films. That mofo sitting upstairs playing video games or whatever, bro, I'm choking you out of a pillowcase, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. And I'm calling the cops on myself. How dare you take it upon yourself to end this kid's life?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Swear word for the episode, man.
No, no, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear, man. Let's
sweating and stuff, bro.
Yeah. It's like that, man. It's real though. It's a real conversation that's going to continue to happen because the story hasn't ended yet, and there's so much more to unfold, unpack. Yeah, definitely.